You have been feeling your way into everything you now experience, not thinking your way, not willing your way, feeling your way. Every condition in your life, the abundance or the lack, the peace or the struggle, the connection or the loneliness, has been shaped by the emotional atmosphere you have sustained within yourself. Your subconscious mind does not respond to your wishes. It does not respond to your words alone. It responds to feeling. It responds to the emotional conviction behind what you accept as true. This is the hidden law. Your subconscious mind is moved by feeling, and whatever feeling you habitually dwell in becomes the pattern of your outer experience. If you feel unworthy, no matter what you affirm, your subconscious will produce circumstances that reflect unworthiness. If you feel abundant, even without immediate evidence, your life will begin to mirror that inner wealth. You have not been failing. You have been succeeding perfectly at manifesting exactly what you feel most deeply. And the moment you understand this, everything changes. Most people believe that their emotions are reactions to their circumstances. They say, I will feel joyful when I have more money, or I will feel worthy when someone loves me, or I will feel peaceful when my problems are solved. This is the great reversal. This is the misunderstanding that keeps millions in bondage to conditions. The truth is the opposite. You do not feel abundant because you are abundant. You become abundant because you feel abundant. Emotion does not follow reality. Emotion creates reality. Your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between an experience that happens in the outer world and an experience you generate within yourself through sustained feeling. When you feel grateful, your subconscious accepts gratitude as your reality and begins to produce more reasons to be grateful. When you feel rejected, it accepts rejection as your truth and organizes your perception, your behavior, and even the responses of others to confirm that belief. This is not metaphor, this is law. You may say, but I have tried to feel differently and nothing changed. Then let me ask you, did you truly feel it, or did you merely think about feeling it? Did you dwell in the emotion long enough for it to impress itself upon your subconscious? Or did you visit it briefly and then return to the familiar feeling of lack, fear, or doubt? Feeling is not a mental exercise. It is an inner atmosphere. It is the climate of your consciousness. Think of a moment in your past when you felt deeply loved. Not when you thought about being loved, but when you felt it, when your whole being was warm with that certainty. In that moment, you were different. You moved differently. You spoke differently. You attracted differently. That is the power of feeling. Now consider how much of your day you spend feeling anxious, unworthy, or frustrated. Your subconscious is recording every moment of that emotional state. It is saying, this is what we are. This is the truth of our being, and it begins to create circumstances that match. You are not punished for your emotions. You are instructed by them. Your outer life is simply the subconscious reflecting back to you the feeling tone you have been maintaining. Have you noticed how belief changes everything once you feel it deeply? When you believed as a child that someone you loved would return home, you felt their presence even in their absence. That feeling was so real that when the door opened, you were unsurprised. You had already accepted it inwardly. This is what the scriptures mean when they say, believe that you have received and you will receive. Belief in this sense is not intellectual agreement. It is the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It is the inner knowing that what you desire is already yours in consciousness, and consciousness always externalizes itself. Here is the key insight. Your subconscious mind accepts whatever you feel is true, regardless of whether the outer world confirms it. If you feel poor while surrounded by wealth, you will experience poverty. If you feel rich while surrounded by lack, you will experience abundance. The subconscious does not argue. It does not judge. It simply accepts the dominant feeling tone of your mind and produces corresponding results. This is why affirmations fail when they are spoken without feeling. You may repeat 1,000 times, "I am prosperous," but if beneath those words you feel doubt, fear, or unworthiness, it is the feeling that will be impressed upon the subconscious. Words are the shell. Feeling is the seed. What you accept inwardly, you experience outwardly. The subconscious is the servant of your belief, but belief, remember, is a state of feeling, not a statement of hope. Can you sense that quiet certainty within you even now? That place beneath thought where you simply know something to be true? That is the realm where creation occurs. Let us speak practically now about how to shift the emotional atmosphere of your consciousness. First, you must understand that you are not at the mercy of your emotions. You have been conditioned to believe that feelings simply happen to you, that you feel anxious because the world is uncertain, or that you feel unworthy because of something in your past. But feeling is a habit, and like all habits, it can be changed through gentle, persistent practice. Begin with this. Choose a desire, not a desperate wish, but something you would love to experience. It may be health, prosperity, peace, or companionship. Now, do not think about how it will come. Do not analyze whether you deserve it. Simply ask yourself, how would I feel if this were already true? Not how would I think? How would I feel? If you desired health, you would feel light, energized, grateful for your body. If you desired prosperity, you would feel secure, generous, free from worry. If you desired love, you would feel cherished, valued, at peace. Now, and here is where understanding becomes power. You must practice dwelling in that feeling as though it were your present reality. This is not pretending. This is not denying what is. This is choosing the emotional state that corresponds to your desire and allowing your subconscious to accept it as true. You do this through quiet moments of visualization and inner conversation. Sit in stillness. Close your eyes. Imagine a scene that would naturally occur if your desire were fulfilled. Do not imagine the fulfillment itself. Imagine the evidence of it, the conversation you would have, the place you would be, the gesture you would make, and most importantly, feel what you would feel in that moment. Let the feeling fill you. Let it become more real than the room you are sitting in. Let it saturate your awareness until you are no longer imagining. It feels lived. This is not fantasy. This is impressing the subconscious with the emotional blueprint of your desire. Do you remember a time when you rehearsed a difficult conversation in your mind, and then when the moment came, it unfolded almost exactly as you imagined? That is because your subconscious accepted the rehearsal as real and guided you to fulfill it. The same principle applies to every area of life. What you rehearse emotionally, you experience physically. But there is something more. You cannot sustain a new feeling if you are clinging to old resentments, judgments, or fears. These emotions are dense. They occupy space in your consciousness. They block the inflow of what you desire. This is why forgiveness is so essential, not as a moral duty, but as a spiritual necessity. When you hold anger toward another, you are holding anger within yourself. Your subconscious does not distinguish. It simply registers. We are in a state of anger, and it creates accordingly. Forgiveness is the act of releasing that emotional charge. You do not condone the behavior. You do not invite harm again. You simply refuse to carry the weight of resentment any longer. You say inwardly, I release this person to their highest good. I release this memory to the past. I choose peace. And in that choice, you free your subconscious to create from a higher emotional frequency. Think of a grudge you have been carrying. Can you feel the heaviness of it? That heaviness is occupying the space where your good could enter. Let it go, not for them, but for yourself. You are beginning to see how this law never fails. Emotion is energy, and energy must move. When you dwell in gratitude, even for small things, you generate an emotional current that attracts more to be grateful for. When you dwell in lack, you generate a current that reinforces scarcity. This is why gratitude is so transformative. It is not about being thankful for suffering or pretending all is well when it is not. It is about consciously directing your attention, and therefore your feeling, toward what is good, what is working, what is already blessed in your life. Each morning before you rise, lie still and think of 3 things you are grateful for. Do not list them mechanically. Feel them. Let the warmth of appreciation fill your chest. Let it become your first emotional posture of the day. Your subconscious will carry that tone forward into everything you do. And at night, before sleep, do not review your problems. Do not fall asleep rehearsing worry or regret. Instead, return to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Let that be the last impression before you enter sleep, the state in which the subconscious is most receptive. This is the spiritual practice, to guard the feeling tone of your consciousness as carefully as you would guard a sacred flame. You are not trying to force change. You are aligning yourself with the creative power that already dwells within you. Your subconscious is not separate from the divine mind. It is your personal access to infinite intelligence, infinite love, infinite supply. When you feel peace, you are in harmony with that mind. When you feel fear, you are simply mistaken about your true nature. Faith is imagination directed toward good. Faith is not blind belief. It is the willingness to feel the reality of your desire before you see it. It is the courage to dwell in the emotional state of your fulfilled wish while the outer world still reflects the old pattern. And here is the promise. If you persist in that feeling, your outer world must change. It has no choice. Consciousness is cause. Circumstance is effect. The subconscious will find a way, through intuition, through opportunity, through what seems like coincidence, to bring into form what you have accepted in feeling. You have not been powerless. You have been creating all along. The law has been operating perfectly, responding to the dominant emotional atmosphere you have sustained. Now you understand. You become what you feel, not what you think, not what you wish, what you feel deeply, consistently, and with quiet conviction. If you would change your life, change your feeling. If you would change your feeling, change what you dwell upon. If you would change what you dwell upon, choose consciously, through visualization, gratitude, and faith, to inhabit the emotional reality of your fulfilled desire. The subconscious will do the rest. It knows how to heal your body. It knows how to attract prosperity. It knows how to guide you toward love and peace. Your task is simply to provide the feeling. Let go of resentment. Let go of fear. Let go of the belief that you are at the mercy of conditions. You are not. You are the creator of conditions through the medium of your subconscious mind, and your subconscious is the servant of your feeling. Rest in this truth. Let it settle into your awareness like sunlight into still water. You are one with infinite intelligence. You are loved, supported, and guided in every moment. The power that created you is within you now, waiting only for the signal of your faith, the feeling of your